You know what I'm fucking heated about? I don't get why people can't fucking explain this shit. They talk about like, oh, you're gonna quit cigarettes, just eat chocolate. But they don't tell you fucking why. They tell you quit cigarettes, exercise instead. They tell you quit cigarettes. They tell you chew gum. You need to know why to be able to succeed at it. If you don't understand why it works, it's gonna be luck. Things don't function off of luck when you're doing something as big as that. You need to navigate with a methodology. Not only a methodology, but an understanding and calculated movement. This is how you quit cigs. And here's the breakdown chemically and scientifically. For fuck's sake. Because nobody wants to fucking teach this shit.
All by Ella. Her name is Ella. Her sister, Leslie, owns all...
Nicotine releases extreme opioid endorphins. And it's also a depressant. And then you have the breathing exercises. Here, it's a stimulant, which means it releases positive endorphins within your reward system in your brain. And then the depressant helps calm you down, so you get both of both worlds. You're calm and you feel good. Then you get the breathing exercise at the same time. Logically, you would need to replicate that in order to replace the habit of smoking with something that would be more beneficial. Here's why sugar works for that. Sugar releases the same chemical endorphins that cigarettes do. It puts the positive, it has positive effects, the same positive endorphins and the same reward system sugar and candy does for your brain. Now, to replicate the breathing and the depressant, have milk. Have milk with your candy. And the reason why this works is because the milk has natural melatonin in it, and it actually relaxes you. So with the milk and the sugar alone, you can replicate the chemical formula of nicotine, believe it or not. And then you meditate after. So after you eat your chocolate and your milk, you meditate, you breathe, you close your eyes, you focus in on the good feeling you're feeling, and you breathe and you allow it. Replication of cigarettes. And that's how you replace a habit, a bad habit, with a better habit. And then if you really want to get technical, you replace, after that, you can replace sugar with healthier foods. And then replace milk with water or keep the milk. And then you can keep the meditation. One step at a time, but if you're gonna do something that big and be successful, you have to move in a calculated movement. You cannot base a decision like that off of luck, because it will not work. Thank you for your fucking time. Again, I'll say this. Why the fuck am I the first one to explain this shit? Why does no one want to explain this shit? If you do this and you do chemical endorphin properties of nicotine, nicotine influences the brain endogenous opioid system, which includes endorphins, primarily stimulating their initial release in specific brain regions. This interaction is a key factor in rewarding, pain relieving, and mood modulation effects associated with the nicotine use and its high addictive potential. Which everything is addictive in its structure and its nature. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. anything can become a habit, if you will. Nicotine acutely stimulates the release of. Hold on, where is it? The release of endorphins alongside other neurotransmitters like dopamine contributes to feelings of pleasure, well-being, and reduced anxiety and tension. Also has so that's it. Pretty much releases extreme endorphins, and it also, if you look up the, it doesn't like to tell you this, but does nicotine act as a stimulant and depressant, which by depressant it just means a calming. He says the personalized feelings often describes how you doing these are producing calming or relaxing effects. Correct. So that's what a depressant does, a calming or relaxing. So then if you take, this is why they have, this is genius. This is why the marketing industry is genius when it comes to Snickers. Eat a Snickers, you're not yourself when you're hungry. And this is why Snickers is actually the best one to buy. And if you do sugar, sugar, because or chocolate rather, chocolate, endorphin, release properties. And if you, cross-reference what nicotine does. Dark chocolate acts as a natural well, that's dark chocolate. Let's do a chocolate bar. Let's do Snickers, actually. Because Snickers is the best one, by far. Snickers endorphin release, here we go. And the reason why it also has protein, and it also has a bunch of nutrients, not only just chocolate. Promoting feelings of pleasure and stress reduction. Chocolate induces endorphin release, while the sugar provides a rapid energy boost and dopamine. So pretty much a rewording of what the stimulant does inside of nicotine. So then if you take milk, which you can do chocolate milk as well, and you'll have the same effect, and you can get creative coffee milk if you're in Rhode Island, and then or you could do strawberry milk, whatever you want to do with this and whatever, but milk, endorphin release properties. Or no, milk is milk a depressant? Which again, a depressant is a depressant pretty much has a calming effect. Milk is not a chemical depressant, but rather containing compounds that can promote relaxation, better sleep, and potential lower risks of anxiety and depression. So, with the combination of sugar, you have extreme lower risk of anxiety and depression with the two mixed. Now, with that being said, you still have to exercise. Just like when you take care of yourself when you smoke, you still have to exercise. You still have to, eat right and all the whole 9 yards. It's still sugar is just as bad as a habit. Well, in different ways. It's still a drug, if you will. However, if you use it correctly, boost your metabolism, exercise, eat right, and use this for emergencies or when you're craving nicotine when you first quit, because eventually the cravings will subside. Eventually you could just, have sugar when you want it. And it won't be a problem. But again, you got to take care of yourself, exercise correctly, and the whole nine. but you don't have to worry about your lungs getting damaged anymore. So, is there anything else here? I think that pretty much sums up the scientific conclusion of what the chemicals in both nicotine, sugar, and milk do for your body and brain. So that's proof that strategic methodologies will be successful within that. So if you're gonna make a big move like that, you have to connect the dots, and you have to have a proven methodology, a proven thesis statement, and a calculated movement rather than luck. Because if you operate off of luck, it usually doesn't work out too well in the end. So that's it.